No one is above the law.
Well, that's not entirely true now, is it, old Joey Joe? Yes, guys, you might have heard Joe Biden has pardoned Hunter Biden. After literally saying he wouldn't, he did. Turns out he's a liar. Big surprise. So, I guess I better show this video because otherwise the Democrats will be going, no, he didn't.
It was founded on the principle that there are no kings in America. Each of us is equal before the law. No one is above the law, not even the President of the United States. With today's Supreme Court decision on presidential immunity,
So you have a problem with Trump getting presidential immunity, but you don't have a problem with your son getting a pardon from the president. That's interesting. But yeah, guys, as you might have heard, Joe Biden has gone through and actually pardoned Joe Biden, and it's not just, and we'll get into this, it's not just from the past 3 or 4 years. It goes all the way back to college. But let's go through and let's break this down and let's basically give you the facts. So the Republicans hammer Biden, no one is above the law claim following Hunter Biden's pardon, aged like fine milk. On the heels of presidential's move to pardon his son Hunter Biden, several Republican lawmakers highlighted the post on X from earlier this year in which President has asserted, no one is above the law. I am the law! The quote Churchill. Representative Tom Emmer, a Republican from Minnesota, and Eli Crane from a Republican from Arizona, Minnesota and Arizona, both shared Biden's post and commented, unless your last name is Biden. Senator Ted Cruz tweeted, this aged like fine milk. Yeah, you've been lied to every step of the way by the administration and the corrupt Biden family. This is just the latest in a long line of cover-ups and schemes. They never played by the same rules they forced upon everyone else. Disrespectful. Republican Steve Scalise, who's a Republican from something. I want to say Louisiana or something. What's LA? It's not the city of LA, obviously. Louisiana? Yeah, let me have a look. Where's Steve Scalise? Louisiana. Oh, he's Louisiana. Okay, cool. He's a Louisiana boy. Right. Declared in the response to the old Biden tweet. In a statement on Sunday, President Biden noted that he had signed the pardon. From the day I took office, I said I would not interfere with the Justice Department's decision making and kept my word as every have watched my son being selectively and unfairly prosecuted. Dude, he literally had photos of him with a crack pipe. Jesus Christ. The charges for Hunter Biden were filling out a form and a gun form and lying and claiming he didn't have a offense, which was the drugs. Now, at the time, Biden's response was, well, I wasn't high on drugs at that particular time when I filled out the form, so therefore I wasn't. But at the end of the day, the fact is that this is, look, to be honest, this is bad for the Second Amendment even. Because, this is sort of, it goes into the whole, I shall not, rat on myself sort of thing. Tim Pool has talked about this a fair bit. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's bad for the Second Amendment because it would have been good to go through and get the whole, squealing on yourself and self-incriminating things sorted out. But either way, Biden has got a president pardon from his own daddy, and it goes all the way back to college. The full and unconditional pardon from the president granted to Hunter covers offences against the United States which has been committed or may have been committed or taken part during the period of the 1st of January 2014 through to December of 2024. So that will be like a 10-year period. President-elect sounded off in a post on Truth Social. Does this pardon give by Joe include the January 6 hostages who have now been in prison for years, such an abuse of miscarriage? But this is the thing, like he had been asked several times, was he going to pardon his son? And he said no. No, I'm not going to do that. I'll find the video for you. Here it is here.
I'm extremely proud of my son Hunter. He has overcome an addiction. He's one of the brightest, most decent men I know, and I am satisfied that I'm not going to do anything. I said I'd abide by the jury decision, and I will do that, and I will not pardon him.
I will not pardon him, and then pardons him, regardless, right? But yeah, at the end of the day, this is literally him lying. I will not pardon him, then pardons him. What's the eye roll one? Smiley face. Oh, we just did a little laughy. But yeah, at the end of the day, he's literally turned around and said that I will not pardon him, and then literally pardoned him. And obviously, look, some of the other senators in House have come out.
What is before us is a president who is living the rule of law. He is living it in in the most personal way. He is not pardoning his son, which he could do.
He is pardoning his son.
They're federal charges.
Right.
He is not doing that. He is not doing it because he is living what it means to have a rule of law in this country.
Yeah.
And it is, I mean, if you want to know if he believes it, you could actually see what is happening with his own son. I mean,
and then a few months later, pardons his son. You're an idiot. Yeah, these people that actually sit there and drank the Kool-Aid, and let's face it, I am not surprised. Sorry, this didn't age well. But yeah, it's look, at the end of the day, I am 100% not surprised about Joe Biden pardoning his son. And good for Joe is trending. I'm guessing this is about the pardoning. Well, everyone is saying it's good for Joe and cursing him for pardoning Hunter. You may want to look at some of the people he last pardoned back on the 22nd of November. Read closely. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. That's pretty bad, actually. They're part of a prisoner swap. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, at the end of the day, am I surprised about this? Not 100%. No. I knew he was going to do it. As soon as he sit there and say, I'm not going to pardon my son, I was like, yeah, right, sure, you're not. And look, to be honest, if I was president, I probably would have pardoned my son if he was in the same situation. And then probably locked him in the Tower of London. The boy needs some serious help. But at the end of the day, like I say, yeah, it's just, yeah, pardon Hunter, great. Now pardon everybody else. Every prosecutor, every Biden administration staffer, every media figure, everybody Trump will prosecute. Someone wrote, he wrote 10 million pardons at least. Someone wrote, are you admitting there's over 10 million criminals in DC? That's actually quite good, actually. Yeah, this Harry Stenson guy is just, wow, he is just paid.
That Joe Biden pardoned Hunter.
There you go.
So let me just get this straight. Republicans are upset that Joe Biden pardoned Hunter
By the way, nice place you live in, bro. You know? You sure you speak for the average American?
Biden, but they also voted for a convicted felon who pardoned his buddies while in office. Is that not just hypocritical?
No, because Trump didn't sit there and say no one's above the law. This is the point. You're shifting goalposts because you're smug and you try to be a little slimy little worm. Biden literally came out and said he wouldn't pardon Hunter Biden, and then literally made a thing about no one's above the law, and then got upset over Trump being given immunity because supposedly no one's above the law. And then after all of that, his response is, I'm going to pardon my son, who's now apparently above the law. And by the way, your little Trump felony thing, he still has to be charged, which, by the way, case is dropped. As far as I know, they're dropping the case. So he's not actually going to be a convicted felon anymore. So, yeah. What's your argument to that? Stenson? Hey, little DNC little cuck. He's looking more like a little cuck every day, isn't he? But what I was going to say is at the end of the day, his argument is so stupid because his argument is, oh my God, the Trump supporters voted for Trump. Yes, after they changed the law, went after him for a misdemeanor, made it a felony, and then had to base it off another misdemeanor, which they also upgraded to a felony. As opposed to Biden, who literally did a felony without any sort of interference. They didn't have to bother upgrading it. They didn't have to bother going through and changing a misdemeanor into a felony. Guess what? It's a felony. It's a felony if you lie on your gun registration. By the way, aren't you all supposed to be pro-anti-gun? Aren't you all supposed to be pro, these laws really matter? But apparently they don't. Apparently gun control, not so important anymore. Apparently gun registration and gun licensing isn't important anymore to the left. Because apparently it doesn't matter now if you lie about your gun registration. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. Going after you for a I know it's spelled wrong. How is it spelled? Registration, misdemeanor, question mark, there we go. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts are in the comment section below. Am I surprised that he went through and pardoned his son? No, probably not. To be honest, no, I probably, if I had been my son, I would have done it too. And then probably kicked him in the ass. But at the end of the day, I'm not surprised. Am I surprised that Joe lied? Yeah, Not really. No. Not at all. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Obviously, the video's been helpful. Please smack the like if you're new. Channel, welcome and subscribe. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. It helps engagement. Obviously, helps advertise the channel. So hell, even if you put a love heart down there, show some love. Apart from that, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Have a great night and enjoy.